Hey. An experience this weekend where I created a thing out of love and sweetness and kindness and generosity, and I poured my heart into a bunch of human beings. Super, super beautiful. And there was one person who was the fly in the Campari, was uh, the dead bee in the honey, and this human being was cruel and I'm just so rude. And I was 100% present the whole time that this human being was miserable. And big picture, of course, I did take it personally. And when people are upset like that, it's not about you. It's never about you. But of course, if you're at all self-conscious, if you have any similar doubts, if they're saying something that mean voice that you have in your head is also saying, then it's gonna hurt more. And shit, she got me. And it really did get in the space. It tarnished the experience. And then of course what I do is I'm arguing with this person in my head all weekend. And one of the things I love about my wife and how she inspires me to grow is she's like, all right, I have this experience. I get to have a lesson from it. What's my lesson? So this morning I got to just declare that I get to have a breakthrough from this experience. It was really not nice. It was sucky. And I realized that there's a very similar experience that I have in yoga. I am a human being who went through a very specific journey in yoga. And in 2005, 2006, I broke away from what most people do in yoga. And that was a long time ago. It was almost 20 years ago. And for 20 years, I have done the work to hone my thinking, to find a new place to stand, to create something new. And it's mine. It's my work. It is an expression of my brain and my preferences and me getting over myself 1,000 times a year, me giving up being righteous and right and caring more about what works and more about my love for human beings and that human beings get to feel better and that this world gets to suffer a little bit less than whether I'm upholding traditions or, more importantly, whether people like me. And I stopped teaching shoulder stands in 2004, and it doesn't make you friends. And when you don't agree with what the majority of the yoga teachers in the world say and are clear about why you disagree and make an argument, not that they're wrong, but for why what they teach doesn't work, you're not going to make friends. And there was a lot of people who were very openly hostile, not just to my style, but to me personally for years and years. And now the practice of yoga, in my perspective, is catching up to this kind of thinking, which is, it's not special in that it's special in that it's unique, but it's not special like I invented thinking. I'm just applying the same rigor that something like that all scientific endeavor does to the practice of movement. And reflecting on that really had me notice that one of the biggest differences between what we do and most styles of movement, and I would dare say most styles of yoga, the shadow of the plane went directly over me. What's the likelihood of that? That's pretty cool. It's gotta mean something, right? It's actually the fucking heart that we put into this. The willingness to be uncomfortable, the willingness to be disliked and hated so that people could feel better. I don't give a fuck about what you think about me. I want you to feel better. You can actually hate me. This woman who was openly critical and hostile and cruel to what I was doing this weekend, I poured love into her. And I actually choose to live a life where maybe I get my feelings hurt, maybe my heart gets a little beat up sometimes, but I am going to love on fucking everybody. I'm going to love on this person. I'm going to love on all the haters. And our stand, literally our stand for our style, what we train in our teacher training, is that everybody fucking wins. We need more yoga teachers. We need more studios. I don't care what you teach. And you get to hate what I teach. And you get to disagree and get your feelings hurt and think everything I think and say is wrong. But for me, it really, this weekend, crystallized where we stand and the biggest difference, which is that we are 100% clear about two things. In our practice, two things can exist at the same time. One, we are clear about what works and doesn't work for the human body. And we are even more clear about the thinking that drives our ability to both test and grow that understanding. But also that we're fucking lovers. We care so much about human beings, and that it is the bedrock, it is the foundation that every single Yoga Better class stands on. It's our heart. It's our heart. Everything is driven by our heart and our commitment. Our love for human beings, it's enough that we're committed to people don't have to suffer, that they can be free. So, huge breakthrough for me in seeing that, turning pain into purpose or pain into clarity, and doing what my wife does, which is creating empowerment out of yikes. So we have a course that starts this Saturday, and it starts Saturday, and I would love for every single person listening to this to be in it. If you, Andrew, I live in Denver. Great. We do it online. We have a live stream. We have a Zoom feed. I don't know if you know that, but you get to be in this space. If there's something that you want in your body and your health and your teaching, if you're a yoga teacher and you're dissatisfied, you want something new, something different, you want to be empowered, we're here. We're here. We believe in this stuff. Please come. We invite you. We invite you in this space, and we know you'll love it. So, more information in the link. We love you. Comment, like, subscribe. High fives. Big love.